Well, here it is, Friday, December the 21st, and got the car up on stands, and we've got the new quarter panels in. Here's one of them for the passenger side. And I was just getting ready to, actually started cleaning up the bottom edges here. You can see how the leading edge fender well is rusted out, pretty fair. The back edge, if I can get down here, you can see somebody folded some galvanized steel around the old fender where it was rusted out and then filled in with fiberglass and Bondo to kind of round it out and get by last time. So we'll have to tear all that galvanized steel off and fabricate something there so the new quarter panel will come back around and spot weld to it. Well, I'm just getting ready to cut part of the rear fender out. Kind of made a line along here where I wanted to trim it to. I'll make a preliminary cut along here. I've got most of the spot welds cut loose around the wheel well, underneath the fenders, and along the back side. I've even started making a little cut here. Now I'm just going to start cutting along this line. And this will just be a preliminary cut, and I'll cut all this back away, and then I can open the door and cut those spot welds and take that little piece off. So I'll cut all along this line out to the back, and then it should come off. Well, I've got the fender cut pretty well around the perimeter. I've put one little clamp here. I'm going to stick another one right over here, kind of try and hold it in place while I make the last final little cut, which should be right here. Okay, I got the final little tie ground out, my die grinder. And there it comes off. Looks like somebody put some bubble wrap up in there. Who knows what reason. And looks a little rusty in here. See, there's going to be some reconstruction in here, especially along the bottom edges. So that's going to take a while before I can even weld the new panel back on. Well, I started putting the flange in the fender lip here. I've got the old fender cut out as far as I wanted. I trimmed around, cut the return out from the door lip here, drilled all those spot welds out. And as you can see, I've started the flange here and just doing that with these flanging pliers I made. You can buy these from companies like Eastwood, but I just milled a couple pieces of steel with a 40,000 step in them, which is about the thickness of the metal in the body. And just work along and bend a flange in it. And the new quarter panel, I'll trim it right underneath this line, and it'll set right in there flush. Then I can just spot weld it along there. And these holes were from some previous body work. I don't know what was going on there. Well, I just completed bending a flange along the fender well. I've got that all the way along now. It's right at the ends where I'll have to blend in, cut back and blend in the new quarter panel.